Welcome back to Let's Play Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. I was gonna clean all the grime off my body between videos, but this is, tepid water and there's a dead guy in it, so I figure it's not the most effective cleaning, solution out there.
Should I continue from here when you return? I will continue my story from here next time.
Oh, frame rate, calm down. I don't know what it is with this game. The other two games ran flawlessly. Actually, when I quit The Two Thrones, for some reason, every single time I quit the program, it launches a program called Windows Media Center. It's easily closed. There's a big red X in the corner and everything, but it's strange, especially since that program always runs in full screen. Oh. Hey! Oh. Oh. Gutted! I was actually trying to throw that guy off the edge. I forgot I was carrying a sub-weapon. Sonny tells me he won't be able to block this, even if he sees it coming. Oh no. Oh, I see what that is about. I have to wait until he's close enough for me to do the leaping attack. Over here. Shank! And I got my sandbag. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously. When is that ever not the case, honestly? Oh, I see. I just wait for him to leave. Let's duck back here so I can pretend I'm being stealthy. No, it's the opposite of stealthy. Is he just not going to turn around again? Because I'm totally willing to leap over. Oh. I was just going to stand there dramatically until the sand came into my body from off camera. I wasn't standing quite close enough. Oh, hey, there's an arm on the ground. Awesome. Gross.
She called me stranger. She remembers nothing of our past together.
Because it never happened. No sands of time, no Azad. You get the vizier, but you lose the girl. It doesn't matter. We're better off without her. Or have you forgotten? Maybe a few arrows in the back will help stir your memory.
We must catch up with her.
Fair enough. Though I suspect you and I want very different things from the girl.
I don't know what the Dark Prince wants. Unless it's a medallion. So in case you forgot, in the main story of The Sands of Time, the prince survives the opening of the Sands of Time because he's carrying the Dagger of Time, and Farah survives because she's wearing that medallion around her neck. P1, you'll recall that he tossed into the ocean at the beginning of the game, and therefore didn't have to protect himself. Oh, there she is. Therefore didn't have to protect himself when the sands were recreated. But, no. Hey! How's it going? Merry Christmas to you. I probably don't celebrate Christmas in this era. So you doing? I'm just gonna, yeah. Oh, God damn it, I can't find it down again. S. So they went through the whole adventure together, started off hating each other, because the prince's kingdom had invaded her kingdom. I think she was originally in Azad because she'd been captured to be taken as a slave or something horrible like that. I distinctly remember not being cool with that. Oh god, another one of those guys. Then at the end of the game, she sacrifices herself, or no. Then at the end of the game, she ends up dying, and gives the prince the dagger. And he can't save her, because, I don't remember why he couldn't save her. Maybe he didn't have any sand left in it. Oh, this is problematic. That was sick. You know, the good kind. I'm not the Dark Prince. Let's see if I can gather some tokens. Hey, wait.
When you have the time.
I got more than 600. Means I've unlocked some stuff. Throw up the horns. So then, when the prince went back in time and prevented the whole events of Sands of Time from happening in the first place by murdering the vizier before he could betray India and let the Persian army through the gates. Oh. Okay. Let's know where that is. And after he changed history, she didn't remember that timeline where they spent all the time together and fell in love. Or at least, yeah, that's right, they totally did. But, the framing device of the first game was that he snuck into her room to tell her the story of everything that had happened before he killed the vizier when he attacked them. But because the Sands of Time were never created in the first place, you have gained the Eye of the Storm. Ah! Yeah, that's an important distinction. You tap the button instead of holding it. Well, there does seem to be a limitless supply of sand there, so it goes like this. As I recall, it only slows the prince down a little. Oh, I get it. I need to use the button in order to get down here. How do I even get back up? Oh, he can't stand on that. He just immediately jumps over the top. Fair enough. Alright, important question. Arrow! Need to kill this guy. Oh, I really don't like that. Okay, important first question. Yes, I can do that. Let it refill. So yeah, no, since the Sands of Time never existed in the first place, the Vizier's scheme never happened, as we already established, so Farah doesn't remember either version of the timeline. The one where the Sands of Time are released, they have an adventure together, and they fall in love, or the timeline where he breaks into her bedroom to tell her the story of what happened, and saves her life from the Vizier. So for the third time in this franchise, we are total strangers. And I even got a sand tank along the way.
Is this where I should resume the tale next time? Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Sorry, the whole game hitched up for a minute there. I don't know what happened. I hope it actually saved.
Shall I continue my story from here?
I'm going to say yes, and
I
then
will continue
check.
my story from here next
The Dark
time.
Alley, okay, that sounds about right. I can't actually back out. There is no I changed my mind. Fine, we'll save over the same one. I wanted to mention something. I knew that there was a character in this game called the Dark Prince, I just didn't know anything about him. Honestly, I assumed he was going to be, well, I assumed he was going to be a separate character, let's face it. I remember this. This is a trick which, I got stuck on for an embarrassing amount of time in the, first game. Move towards an enemy and press AY. Oh, that's, I think, the throw. No, that's YY. I think AY either kicks them in the face. You jump over them, and then you either kick them in the face or slash them with your offhand weapon. Yeah, I didn't think that the Dark Prince would exist in my head, but, you know. What I had originally heard, stop drifting like that, I wasn't touching the stick, was that, you know, they bring back Yuri Lowenthal as the prince, and everybody's happy about that. But as sort of a reference, they cast Robin Atkin Downes as the Dark Prince. Robin Atkin Downes was the guy who played the prince in Warrior Within. And I don't know if that's a scheduling error or not, but, you know, I can't help but think maybe it's because they didn't think Yuri Lowenthal could play the angrier, grimmer prince that they wanted for Warrior Within. Nice angle.
You still have feelings for her. Admit it.
Farah and I went through so much together. Though she may not remember, I can never forget.
This guy is missing his head. Why are they shooting with a bunch of arrows and to take his head? Just like how that guy slumped over the railing, had arrows in his back, like he'd been shot, slumped over there and died, and then someone came along and chopped his arm off. Whoa, nice shot there. I'll have to go back and get a screenshot from when it's panning up. Oh, there we go. Wish you were here. Let's go like this. You know what? I'll just, good. Stealthy as the night, that's me. Aw, butts, that guy noticed. Whoa! No! Thank you. I need it so much. Oh. Down he goes. I guess when you stab them off the edge, they,
The Dagger of Time. How did you come to possess that?
Here we go again.
I took it from the Vizier.
That traitor. He murdered my father, enslaved my people, imprisoned me. And all in the name of becoming some kind of god.
I know too well what he is capable of. But I intend to find him and punish him for what he has done to my kingdom.
You are the son of Shahraman? The Prince of Persia?
And you are the daughter of the Maharaja. We both seek the same thing. Perhaps we should journey together.
Perhaps. Provided you can keep up.
I like
I grow
them.
tired of her little tests.
It is simply her way. I assure you, she will prove a valuable ally.
I like the new outfit. I didn't finish that story, and it's very important that I do, because I thought it was funny. Oh, you know, it's a nod to you know, their own decision making and sort of an in joke. They made the guy who voiced the angry prince from Warrior Within voice an evil version of the prince in this game. Except, one, the Dark
But
Prince
this
is
tale is far from
a
over.
voice who exists in your mind, and two, that's not Robin Downes. That doesn't even sound like him. That's, I wrote it down here. The Dark Prince is voiced by Rick Miller. I don't know who that is. Sadly, I don't have a history with that particular voice actor. He's doing a great job, don't get me wrong. It's just that a question has occurred to me. I thought it was funny when I thought it was going to be Robin Downes. I mean, if it's a voice in my head, I figure, why isn't it Yuri Lowenthal? And if it's the Prince's own dark side, why isn't it the same voice actor? And when it was Robin Downes, I thought that was funny. And it's like, okay, fine, it isn't the same voice actor, but the guy did previously play the Prince of Persia, so I'm okay with that. Plus it's a great reference. A nod to the tone of Warrior Within.
We should move. Don't want to be discovered.
But
Would you like to hear more?
if the Dark Prince is not voiced by Robin Downes, why is it voiced by someone other than Yuri Lowenthal? And I brought this up with my good friend Ronan Drake, the guy who got me the the original Xbox controls. The Xbox One is the new one. Yeesh. This is why I always call that thing the X-Bone. Also because X-Bone sounds really funny. I mentioned this conundrum to him because he's a huge fan of the Sands of Time series. Played it back in the day. And he says to me, if they didn't trust Yuri Lowenthal to play a different kind of prince in the last game, why would they trust him to voice a different kind of prince in this game? You got a point there, Drake. That'll about do it for this episode. I'm BurningDogFace, and I'll see you next time on Let's Play Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, when we continue making our way across Babylon, in hopes of catching up with Princess Farah. Merry Christmas Eve, Burning Dog fans. I'll see you then.